Hey Soul Fam, Amelia Adia here. I hope you are feeling good and doing good. For those that are new to the channel, we welcome you. On this channel, we elevate, we heal, we grow, and we work on being better versions of ourselves than we were yesterday. And we do it with love, grace, at our own pace. It is heating up, Soul Fam. We got a great topic for today. Let's get into some things, okay? Let's get into some things. Let's get into some. It's good, Soul Fam. I was sitting here like. Today we're going to talk about 3 ways that we can be less desperate for love, right? Sometimes we want to have love and relationships so bad that we become a little desperate for it, right? We become like we can't even survive, like we can't even breathe, like we just need someone to come breathe air into us. Ooh. So we're going to talk about 3 ways to remove that desperation, 3 ways to kind of ease your mind, ease your spirit, get into some things. One great way to remove that desperation from your heart is to start healing in the areas that you can definitely be hurting in. Sometimes we go through these relationships that really hurt us and brought us to a low place, and we did a little bit of work to get over it, but we didn't really do the work to heal. We have to know the difference. When you're doing the work to get over something, you're just finding a new distraction. But when you're doing the work to heal, you're really taking that time alone and you're appreciating your process. Sometimes we want to go from one relationship to the other relationship just to avoid doing the work that we know we need to do within ourselves, or avoid facing the truth. There's some things that are true about us that maybe we're a little lazy, maybe we give up too quickly, or whatever it may be in your case. There's a way for you to kind of get over that. Sometimes we identify with it and we think, that's who I am, that's who I am, that's who I've always been. But that doesn't mean that's who you have to be. So if you want to attract a new healthy relationship and you want that love that your heart desires, you got to do the work. See, oftentimes we get fooled into sitting around and waiting when love is waiting for you. You sitting there waiting for love. Love is waiting for you to do the work you need to do. Come on, Soul Fam. Come on, Soul Fam. Love is waiting for you to get out there, get yourself fit. Get out there, have those conversations that you need to have. Get a coach. Get a therapist. Get a course. Get a new career path. Let's talk about that, Soul Fam. Sometimes we're in these jobs that take up all of our time and energy, and that when it comes down to a personal life, we don't have no energy left for it. We're like worn out, and we give it our little last crumbs when we should be giving it our most crumbs. You know, we should be giving a little bit more. So, Soul Fam, do the work that you need to do. Want to heal, right? That's going to be your number one. Once you start healing and really creating healthier relationships, that love is going to fall in your lap. You're going to be sitting there like Mary had a little lamb, okay? Let's get into the next one, Soul Fam. Number 2 is stop seeking validation. So fam, before we make these next moves and grooves and do what we need to do to go to our next level, we have to start seeking validation everywhere around us. We're seeking validation from friends, we're seeking validation from family, we're seeking validation from social media, we're seeking validation from Joe across the street, down the block. We're seeking too much validation. We have to start using our mind and trusting ourselves and knowing what we want and knowing that we have the power within ourselves to go and get it, right? Go and get it. Sometimes we think that we don't got to do anything. We think like it's magic wands around here. And listen, Soul Fam, I know there's a lot of content out there telling you to do nothing in pretty words. you gotta get some footwork going. You don't have these legs and these arms and this body to just be laying there like a rock. Okay, so fam, we gotta get it moving. We gotta get that body moving. We gotta get that blood flowing. Some of us, we lay down and we're on our phones and we're laying down and we don't have no blood flowing in our mind, and we don't have those ideas rolling, and we're not getting any choices to choose from because we're not putting ourselves out there. We done hid in a room where the pandemic had us hiding, right? The pandemic had us hiding from the world. Okay, let's go back out. If you gotta wear a mask, okay, wear a mask. You gotta get your alcohol, get your alcohol. Okay? Get back out there, soul fam, and start making some new choices and new decisions on what you want to do with your life without the validation. Right? And don't think getting a coach is getting validation. No, soul fam. Getting a coach is what a lot of us need so that we can hear ourselves. You don't think I still need to hear myself, so fam? I'm not validating. I just need to hear it. I just need to speak it to someone that I could trust. See, sometimes we're not saying things out loud and it sounds really good. We forget our imagination is amazing. Okay. Thank you, Lord. Okay. Now let me get this out into a reality, because when you don't get it out and you just in your head, you're gonna be living on Palm Beach with no Palm Beach funds, FUNDS. We have to speak to the right people to hear our thoughts flow. See, we don't understand that part, and we're making decisions and we're ending up in this loop, and we're just not really moving anywhere, right? When we need to be in a cycle, an elevating cycle, and we need to be moving up, doing better, looking better, feeling better, making better choices. Okay? So all this is footwork that needs to be done behind the scenes. Come on, soul fam. We gotta be doing the work behind the scenes, changing our diet, working out. What are we listening to? How many different podcasts you got up there? Recycle some of them podcasts. That was great. During that time, you need to get some new, well, you made it here. Welcome. We welcome you. Yes. And get that great positive insight into your life daily. All right. Moving on. Another great way to be less desperate for love is to refocus yourself. Don't make all your choices and decisions based fully on love. Love needs to be in the window, right? But it cannot be the only reason you're making a decision. Because if you just only looking for love, then you still being a little desperate, right? We don't want to be desperate for something. Because the more we desperate for something, the more it's going to run away. What's so fair? So we have to start looking at making decisions that's going to better ourselves, our mental health, our financial situation, our brand, right? Start that brand. So we have to start making decisions that's going to best fit the life that we already have, and then the love is going to be attractive because they're going to have a life. Oftentimes, we're looking for a relationship to start our life. No. You got to get that life started. You got to get that calendar filled up. How does your calendar look? Do you have daily activities? Daily productive activities? One thing that really helped me so far was just knowing that, hey, if I had love before, I could find love again. Sometimes we lose in these relationships and we think that we lose the groove, that we'll never find love again and that we'll be lonely. No, so fam, listen, if you had love before, you'll have love again. So you have to be more confident within yourself and not feel like you're just gonna get whatever comes your way, because then you will. You will go your way. We don't want that. No, we don't want anything that come our way. We want to attract the right love for us, and in order for us to even attract anything, we got to clean up what's happening inside. Clean up our heart, clean up our emotions, clean up our mind. We gotta clean ourselves up. and do the work. We looking for shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. Every shortcut you see, it's gonna be shortcut. Real quick, base your life on what you see when you walk outside. Because what you see is what you get. Okay? And start being a little more realistic. Some of us, we have these beautiful imaginations, and we've had a lot of time to spend in our imaginary mind because of the lockdown and because of the clothes off. So in order to live, we needed an imagination. We all did a bit, you know what I'm saying? So you doing that time alone, we'll find ways to entertain ourselves. Okay, so now we have to remove some of the entertainment and get down to business, right? Get down to some real results. It's time for some real results. It's time for some action. All right, so fam, let's not be desperate for love. Let's be love. Let's be peace. Let's be calm. Let's be truthful and trust God in the process. All right, so fam, if you ever want to book a session with me and discuss some things, my details are always below. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Or if you want a course, I have courses available, and I also have 77 pieces of poetry, which will bring you some peace, so fam. Okay, I'm talking about some things in this book that'll help you heal if you're someone that likes to heal in a more private manner. All right, Soul Fam. In order to be a part of the Soul Fam, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and apply the knowledge, Soul Fam. Apply the knowledge. Give it time to show up in your life. All right. Amelia Adair here. Thank you so much for always tuning in. Press the bell so you see when I post again. And I'm going to see you at the next win. Bye for now.